Preschool to Prison was birthed because of what I witnessed in the education system. I was a special education teacher in the South Bronx. I saw a very high percentage of Black and Brown boys being referred for special education. Most of them did not need it. I couldn't make sense of what I was seeing. What has happened is that special education is supposed to be a set of services. What we've done instead is that we've now used special education as a place. When I found out what special education really became, particularly for Black and Brown children, the school to prison pipeline, and how there is a correlation of students with special needs going from school to prison, that broke my heart. This is our most vulnerable population besides the elderly, and we incarcerate them. So I left the classroom, started moving up in my career. At the same time, not realizing my brother was going from school to prison. He was actually placed in a prison on the same grounds as his high school. And I was working for the same system that played a role in ushering him from school to prison. And for me, going into different communities, different demographics, and I'm seeing this happen not just in urban areas, but in suburban areas, in rural areas, I had a responsibility to say something. Somebody I knew introduced me to the producer on the documentary, one of the producers, Edmund. It was so magnetic. He immediately just gravitated to the project and we just hit it off. We hit the ground running during COVID. So I lost my job and I realized that's when it was time for me to create. I had to lose my job to get in motion with this project. And I said to Edwin, I said, listen, I'd love for you to be the producer. I have no idea how to start. I don't know anything about filmmaking. And I said to him, I said, but look, I have to be honest with you. I don't have a job. I don't have any money to pay you. And he said, great, because I don't have a job either right now. And so I would say we were two unemployed people making a film. And that's how I knew also that I was doing exactly what I was put here to do. And that's how the film came about. And so you think 4 years later, wow, who would have thought from inception, of talking about this to 4 years later being on Amazon Prime Video. This has become bigger than me. This project is bigger than me. It's not just a film, it's a project. The amount of stories we get every day, the parents that reach out to me and say, thank you for seeing my child, for seeing us, seeing our community. Thank you for including us. Thank you for speaking up first. We don't know where to go. We thought it was just us. We didn't realize that this is a national problem. Everyone thinks that their issue is isolated. I'm like, you're not alone, right? But I also had to be brave in that. In doing so, I had to be very courageous in taking up this mantle and saying, I'm going to carry the torch and be the lead of dismantling the preschool to prison pipeline. And not many people are willing to step in the forefront and challenge injustice. They know it's there, but they don't have the courage to do it.